And joining us here now is Jake Fisher, Senior Engineer of the Auto Testing Division of Consumer Reports. Jake, good morning. Good to have you on. What is your understanding of this fix and how they will roll it out?
Well, it's actually pretty complicated because there's many different fixes. There's some fixes that are going to be dealing with at the plant, which is really a whole new assembly.
These are the cars that will go back on sale.
These are the cars that go back on sale. But there's also cars at dealerships, too, and they may or may not get the exact same fix. But more importantly, if you have a Toyota right now, you may actually be later down the road in getting your fix, and it may be a slightly different fix. Because there's millions of vehicles out there, it may take a while to actually get everyone back into the dealership.
Well, that's obviously not comforting news. You heard it in George's report. There are people who are frightened, and I'm not sure that's unreasonable to be frightened. The thought of approaching an intersection at 45 miles an hour and your car suddenly speeds up. So what do you do in the interim?
Well, what you need to do is you need to know, first of all, you have to be wary of if the throttle pedal is sticky or not. And if it is sticky, you need to take it back to the dealership right away or not drive the vehicle. But if it does happen to you, you should be very prepared. You need to put the car into neutral, press your foot on the brake, hold your brake down, don't pump the brakes. Get the car into neutral, turn off the engine when you come off the side of the road and just come to a complete stop, and you'll be safe. And if you follow those steps, it's really no more unsafe than if your car had stalled. But you need to be prepared.
And I hear you, and if the car stalls, but I mean, should you be getting behind the wheel of one of these cars, I think is the bigger question.
Well, the other thing you have to understand is that it's a very rare occurrence. So the likelihood of this happening to you, if you do have a Toyota, is so rare that we do think it's still safe driving these cars. But just be prepared, and if something were to happen, be aware of that and know what to do.
And there's a bigger picture with Toyota. This is a company that's garnered a lot of goodwill. They sold a lot of cars. A lot of people are very loyal to Toyota cars. What happens now?
Well, Toyota spent decades to get their reputation for quality, and this is the reason people buy those Toyotas. And right now, if you're questioning that quality, and it's not just this issue, I mean, over the last couple of years, Consumer Reports reliability, our annual questionnaire has shown that Toyota has really fallen behind in some ways. There are some Toyotas that are actually unreliable in our survey, and that didn't ever happen 5 years ago.
And by the way, speaking of your survey, you for temporarily have suspended reviews of these cars in question.
We've temporarily suspended the recommendation of the cars in question, and it doesn't really make sense for us to recommend a car that currently you can't buy because of safety-related issues.
I understand. Jake Fisher, thanks so much for coming on. We do appreciate you being here this morning. And tomorrow on Today, we want to let you know an exclusive interview with Jim Lentz. He's the president of Toyota Motors.